What's good, people? As you can see, now we're back here for another My Team. Now this is actually a My Team on Jiren. Now one thing that I had people asking me about was a couple of my friends, they're like, why don't you do full carries to the corner? Why do you always switch out instead? Because what I do, if you're new to like my channel, like my gameplay, I do double down S into probably Yamcha, just to get him into the corner like that. Now I know that I could easily just, whoa buddy, I could just do this simple combo into the corner and have the same effect with more damage. But I do that just because it depends on the person I'm fighting and the positioning that I'm in. If I'm fighting somebody that I know is probably better than me with the character that I'm using, I will switch to Yamcha, because Yamcha is my fallback character. He is probably the character that I'm best with on this team, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for a My Team. My Team is where I describe my team and why I use them and how I use them, and pretty much everything that each character brings to the table. Now Jiren, what Jiren brings to the table is his parries, his core circle forward attack, and his down specials. His down specials are like, you can do anything off of them except for, like, the only thing that you can't do is level 3. That's the limit to his abilities, is you cannot level 3 with it. But other than that, you can do pretty much everything off of it. I messed that up there, I don't care. But I'll save while that works, okay. Yeah, Jiren is just an absolutely amazing character, especially with this team. Now this team is a very aggressive team, to say the least. You have Jiren, who is a very oppressive character if you know how to use him. I'm learning how to use him like that, and so he's just very I don't know how to word it. The way his character works is unnatural, and that will catch people off guard. He's the only character besides Broly to have a command grab. I'm pretty sure. Oh, him, Base Goku, Android 18, and Broly. And Kid Buu, but I don't know if Kid Buu's really counts, because his is a down special. No, it's not. Is it? No, I think it's a quarter circle back attack, so I guess that kind of counts. But his only really works if you're aerial. Well, if your opponent is aerial, rather. If your opponent is in the sky, then it'll probably work. But that's not what we're here to do. We're not talking about Kid Buu. We're talking about how amazing Jiren is. Jiren is so, he's just so good. Like, that's all I can say. Like, he's just an amazing character. You can do almost anything with him, really. The only place where he lacks is actually in the neutral, and that just depends on how you want to play it, because his best tool in the neutral is his quarter circle forward attack, because look at the range this far. You can catch someone just like that and get an entire like conversion off of it. I'm pretty sure you can only get like a super dash off here at this distance, but you can do good things, to say the least, if you get a solid conversion, especially if it's like in a very like intense situation. It's really just this simple. Like, it was that simple. This is an easy 4,000 damage. It's only 4 bars, and you didn't even need all of that. I could have done it off of only 3 bars, but that's the only place where he lacks, but it's also where he's pretty good. He's decent in it. His assist is absolutely amazing, and yeah, he's just overall a really good character that I feel like more people should be playing, but they're not. I don't know why, but I'm not complaining. I mean, I am, but I'm not. Like, he's such a good character, but he is kind of hard to get down in the beginning, just because of how his character works. Like, his standing S is like one of the slowest in the game. It's probably the slowest in the game now that I'm thinking about it, just because of the power that it has behind it, because of its properties. What it's mainly used for is you do heavy into S, into down S, and then boom. Like, you get your easy 5k combo. But yeah, he's here for his assist and his I used the word earlier and I forgot what it means. I mean, what the word is, but he's just very, very useful in many situations. His parries are pretty amazing as well. His assist is really good with hit on my team. Him as well as Yamcha are very, very good assists, and I really love using them with this team just because if you thought Hit is like an oppressive character before, you have to think about how oppressive he could be with a support that can push your opponent back, and then on top of that, it has like an insane amount of block stun. And then the character is also very viable and solid, because I know like I used to run teams just because they were like really good assists. That's pretty much it. I didn't really care about the character because I was like, if I have a really good on point character, it's not gonna matter if my other characters are bad or not, because I'll trust myself to hold out with the one that I'm using. But with this team, it's all characters that I know how to use and that I've used before, except for Jiren, of course, because he's a new character. Yeah, that's weird. Overhead, square. It's so weird because they're both overhead attacks. It's kind of like Tingohan. Now, if you're a hit player, just know that it's easier to convert off his light hit than it is to convert off of his medium hit. But it does whiff if he's too high. You know, he's an assassin, but you know he can't reach that far apparently. Hit is here because he and Jiren go very, very well together because they're both really solid and neutral for the most part. And then on top of that, they both have one, amazing counters, and then two are very good when it comes to having like defensive options. So if you're like a more defensive player, this team can still work for you just because of how two of the characters actually work on it. You have your, I think it's like a 2-3 frame counter. And I'm not going over Yamcha because Yamcha is on almost every one of my teams. Like, Yamcha is such a common character for me just because I really like, I like how he is as a character in this game. They really did him justice. Especially with the buff that they gave him. I think it was like a patch or two ago. But yeah, that's pretty much my team. It's a really amazing team if you want to be aggressive, if you want to be passive. It's really good in all ways, really. Just depending on how you play, it can do more justice to certain playstyle. Like, I'm gonna be playing more of this game. I'm gonna have like more uploads. I've been uploading every 2 days, so I'll upload, wait, and that's just because we have a lot of like tests and shit coming up in school, so I'm just like mentally preparing myself to actually sit down in a fucking room for so long. Oh my god. School. So that's why I've only been uploading every day or two. But yeah, that was my team. Be expecting more ranked videos and streams. I've also been streaming on Twitch. It's just Trigger and Fist, that's it. I've been doing Apex. Apex is a game that you're going to be seeing on this channel a lot because me and my friends have like really been enjoying that. And then Legends as well. But yeah, that was on my team. And with that, I'll see ya.